Today, I'm going to be putting together a really cool 3D printed push block that I found on MakerWorld. If you've seen my last couple of build videos, you know I've been using the basic push stick that comes with the saw stuff. It works, but it doesn't really give me that downward pressure or control that I really want, especially for smaller pieces like you see me cutting here. I used to own the micro jig gripper, which is like excellent tool. I actually absolutely loved it. But I sold mine when I sold my old table saw before we moved across the country. And since I enjoy making things, I decided that I'd find a file, 3D print it, and get a chance to build something myself. And I'm guessing this is going to work really well for the router table as well. So all the parts were built on my Bambu Labs P1P using yellow and black PETG. The original creator of this file recommended printing everything in PLA, but I almost exclusively use PETG just because it feels more sturdy to me. Once you get it dialed in, it performs really well, and as long as you avoid cool spots and maintain good bed adhesion throughout the print, the parts come out solid. And at least in my experience, hold up much better than PLA. I keep my printer inside an enclosed cabinet with a couple of vents to keep everything consistent. You saw a couple pauses in the print. Here's the second one where I embed nuts. And so the printer stops so I can drop those in. And it gets sealed in, so it allows you to put the nuts into the tool in and out without damaging plastic. So holds up pretty well. So once the print finishes, I go ahead and pull everything off the bed. A lot of the smaller pieces here, I've got the star nuts, T-nut plates, handle, etc. Black filament on here is real stringy. I'm not sure what was causing those issues. Maybe it's a little bit moist. I've had that roll on the printer for a little while, but the yellow pieces here came out very clean. Here's just me pulling the side pieces and the center panel off of the printer. Now, once I get all those pieces pulled off, I have to clean them up. Here's all the stuff I was talking about for the black filament. I was getting in there with different tools, trying to scrape up the excess filament. I think this is from the support material that was holding up the side panel or the side of the holes. But I go through those and really easy to touch up, and any kind of frayed edges I can use a little piece of sandpaper to get down as well. You notice these little star knobs had little support pieces in the center. Some of them fell out, but I had to get those all cleaned off. And these last pieces are the T-nut assembly pieces. And as mentioned before, the yellow filament printed much better. Just pulled it straight out of the vacuum sealed bag before making this print. Okay, here's all the pieces. I got the little star knobs here. Got those going in. Center section is going to be going on in a second, but here I'm putting the nuts into the T-nuts, getting those set in and ready for the rest of the assembly. So all of the hardware for this build uses M6 bolts, which keeps everything simple and consistent. And panels are held in with 6 of these M6x20 countersunk screws, and the handle uses M6x16 cylinder head bolts, and the star knobs use 2 different hex bolts of different lengths. One end gets the 30 and the other gets the 35, because that's going to hold on the little tab that pushes through. The center section here, it's you can shift that piece left or right, and depends on which side of the blade you're going to be working on, and puts most of the downward pressure while the push block is being used. And then tailpiece, I've printed a few of them. There's two different widths. There's a black and yellow that I also printed. I've decided to use the thinner black one for this portion of it, but if those get damaged, if the saw goes through it or something like that, I can swap those out. So it's good to have a couple of those on hand. So here I'm attaching the second side panel, but quickly realized that getting a little ahead of myself. I never have put the T-bolts in for the handle, so I gotta take those back off to get the T-bolts put in and then attach the handle eventually. So I'm using this little compact hex bit set, trying to get in there. A little bit too long. So I switch out. I've got a DeWalt long handle ratcheting hex set that I use. I end up finishing the build using this. This is much better than the clunky Husky multi-bit set. So once I get this handle attached, I can finish by attaching the other side panel. So now that the push block is assembled, I've got this non-slip pad. I bought this on Amazon as well. It's going to give it grip on work pieces as I go through, and so far it seems to be working very well. So I get this set on there, and I have to disassemble the thing again. This PETG works really well. The embedded nuts work really well, so it allows me to take it apart, put it back together several times, and no fear of damaging or wearing out any of the pieces. Once I get it taken back apart again, I can get these things ready to trim up and get everything tightened down for good. One thing is, I actually kind of surprised at how well this adhesive worked. It's very pleased with the way this stuff worked, and definitely recommend if you're going to build something like this, use this. This came with a bit of excess material, so I'll be able to use some of this for other projects in the future too. And these extra holes in the side here, I believe they're for adding additional things on the side. I know the gripper has like a plate that you can attach to allow a little bit of extra support if you have a thinner piece on a higher cut. So I'll research into that in the future. There's a couple nuts embedded in those places too. So I believe you can attach things later on. You could probably put one of those like pusher tabs that goes on the back that I'm adjusting there. So now everything's finished, and here it is in action. It's going to give me the downward pressure I need, control that I've been missing with that basic pull stick. This non-slip pad definitely grips on really well to the wood. It's not identical to the micro jig gripper I had before, but the 3D printed version, definitely impressive. And I'm going to be using this in the future and several of my builds. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you sticking through to the end. I'm almost at 100 subscribers, so definitely impressed with how much this channel started to grow so quickly. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you again on the next one.